In Wisconsin, the rich are getting richer, while the middle class is shrinking and having to work harder and harder just to get by. Republicans give tax cut after tax cut to millionaires and big corporations, leaving working families behind. That's just not fair.
Progressive Democrats have a plan that would make corporations and millionaires pay their fair share and return $600 to the average working family. So we hit the streets to ask people across Wisconsin what they would do with this extra money.
I would probably do some home repairs that I've been putting off, or maybe some car repairs that I haven't taken care of that really I should do, but I just haven't gotten to.
Save it for things that are important, whatever that might be.
I would personally spend it.
Things that we've needed throughout the year that we're kind of saving up until we have that extra money.
I would get my son ready for school.
Another thing that I would love my kids to experience would be things like extracurriculars. So like camps during the summertime. We usually don't have extra money for that. Or, like soccer.
Probably apply it to my vacation fund.
Save it. I would definitely save it because I know I'm going to need it another day.
Probably that amount of money might be good for 50 to 75% of the fresh fruit and vegetables that I try to feed my kids.
Paying my car note would be good too.
I'd probably be spending it. It would help me buy a different car and things of that nature. First, I'd probably give it away. I have got a lot of charitable organizations which I favor.
This year I would give it to organizations like the ACLU and Planned Parenthood.
Both of my grown daughters, for employment purposes, live out of state. So I think my wife and I would love to use the money towards either going to visit them or helping them to come home and see us.
If I weren't counting on it, I would give it to somebody, pass it along, pass it forward. I would like that extra money.
It would really help.
Call your legislator and tell them you need a raise. Tell them to support a tax cut for the middle class and co-sponsor this legislation.